We're back. We've been winning a lot of die rolls, which is nice. And I think I'm gonna keep. Hopefully, Brutality buys us some time. Because Souls into Sword is very strong, obviously. Okay, well, definitely on a mull to 5. Card on top. Okay, so I'm first. I'm gonna bin. No. So yeah, and on the play, this is good too, because I still get to interact with them on their turn 1. Hopefully they play an elf or something. Ah, okay. Well, I guess maybe not. I guess not, hopefully, because I didn't really want to have to discard something to kill and duress them, but so this is LD. So maybe I'll just fetch a swamp now, and then I already have a plains in my hand for Blood Moon purposes. Obviously Inquisition turn 1 would have been nice, but that's okay. Alright, perfect. So just Chandra. And taking Molten Rain is nice given we have 2 4-drops in our hand. So they get to play Chandra next turn. There's really nothing we can do about it other than start putting out a clock, and we can kill Chandra next turn. Or no, we can't. So if we draw land for sword, we could kill Chandra, but not exactly. Well, let's do this first. We'll see if they have anything in hand. Pia, okay. So that said, I guess I'll just get this out there. It's a little slower to try to kill Chandra this way. Then if I had flashback souls, yeah, I guess I should have flashback. Well, they could block anyway. Okay, so I kind of figured the Blood Moon. How'd they have mana for all that? Oh, plus Chandra, I guess? Yeah, they added two. Okay. All right, well, they're empty-handed. We have a decent board. All right, Virtue's great. So they can use Pia to shoot down our creatures. The other option is we go Brutality. See, this is where 4 mana would have been good. So I wanted to do 2 things, obviously. So if we go Virtue, attack Chandra, they have to block some things. They don't want Chandra to die, but they also want to keep their Thopters around so they can shoot them at my tokens. So that does put them in a pretty awkward spot. Okay, so, and I think, because the other option is just flashback souls and wait, or maybe Brutality, the Pia, but that's not great either. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And then get in there. That way they have to lose at least 1 Thopter, and then they have less Thopters to shoot me with, and then the 2/2 on the ground doesn't really do anything. Yep. That's what they did. They'll do that. They'll shoot. Ooh, yikes. Well, they have to guess right. Okay. They did guess right for now. Luckily, we still have Bitter Blossom and Tangible Virtue, and like that combo alone is pretty good. So depends what's in their hand. So if I block and trade, they will, before damage, shoot another token And then I only have one attacker, and then Chandra lives. So I'm not going to block. They can still shoot. I guess they can block and shoot. Yeah. So what I would have done is... Oh, they took my swamp because of Lingering Souls. That was smart. Okay. Yeah, so either way, I was kind of boned. So what they'll still do is block one, shoot another, and then Chandra lives yet another turn. I guess not. Okay. That's strange. It's in their hand. Okay, well. I'm glad I got the Bitter Blossom Virtue combo out, because we would be in pretty big trouble otherwise. Yeah, we had nothing to do. Basically, if they draw a sweeper... Okay. Well, that was pretty lucky. They did mulligan. So, what do we want? I don't think we want Auriok Champion. I don't think we want Halo. Given their Planeswalker heavy like Chandra's, Pia's, maybe the Thoughtseizes are good. They do play thing like 5-mana dragons. I think Brutality is pretty weak. Kills an elf, but that's not enough. Landing's debatable. I think Virtue, Bitter Blossom, Token Makers, all that stuff's important. 4-drops are kind of iffy, especially on the draw. I think I want the Disenchant. I probably want the Zealous Persecution. It kills their like Arbor Elves and any tokens. What else do they have? I don't know if it's better than Blessed Alliance though. It might be hard to cast too. I don't think Ruined Halo is a thing here. It might be Basilisk Collar to gain life and kind of fight with any big creatures they have. Might shave an Inquisition just because they do tend to empty their hand pretty quickly, but I do want to be able to hit everything relevant. Let's try the Collar. Yeah, I think that should be good. I don't think Zealous Persecution's good enough. Nor do I think Wrath of God is enough either. Ah, boy. I'm going to keep just on 1-mana interaction and being able to get at least a basic land out. Need a land. Okay, this is a perfect land because now I know they can't do turn 2 Blood Moon. I guess they could with a Simian Spirit Guide. So I'll at least be able to fetch something with the Marsh Flats. Anger's annoying, but not the absolute worst. Bloodbraid is bad, but not the absolute worst. I think the best way they win is by hurting me with mana. They don't have double red, but they don't have double red for Anger either. I think Bloodbraid's a little slow. So, they mulligan again? They did, okay. Alright, so Arbor Elf. I'm going to get a Plains so that I can cast History Benalia, and also, if they do get a Blood Moon eventually, I would want to have Path to Exile out. So do I want it now to hit the Bloodbraid? Probably not. I think I just want my History of Benalia tokens to be 3/3s immediately. Note, I don't have any life gains, so I need to be aware of that. Alright, well, so much for History of Benalia. Huh. May have to path the Bloodbraid. Then could do the trick where yikes. Well, what I was gonna say, I could do the trick where I tap plains and Ghost Quarter, and then Ghost Quarter my tapped Ghost Quarter, get another plains, play that. So this leaves me with no colored mana sources. I don't think I want to lose both right now. So I could Ghost Quarter for another land, but I'd have to choose. Or next turn I could still Ghost Quarter my own Ghost Quarter. I guess I'm being left with one land regardless here, so. And I think I want, oh boy. With 2 mana, I'm kind of drawing towards Bitter Blossom or some way to discard Lingering Souls and cast that. So I'm going to have to do that. Even though I have a path I can't use now. Alright, so their one card is Anger. So I need to draw basically Bitter Blossom right now. Yeah, that was wrong guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're just holding off for a white source. Okay. So that doesn't matter. Pretty bad draw there. So any white source we can cast Lingering Souls, and then potentially we can Ghost Quarter something to get another white source, cast History of Benalia land. Well, if we can dodge a couple more draws from our opponent, we might be able to discard souls to hand size, which would be great. Okay. Jeez. So I think we have to do this. There. Hit that. Yes. Get a plains. There. Alright, so now I'll have 4 vigilant tokens. They'll probably anger, which is fine. And unless they drew something big. We do have a path for anything but a Stormbreath Dragon. Yeah, Titan's very annoying, but we can still path to exile it. Marsh Flats is awesome. So, well, anger is pretty annoying. We could go History of Benalia. Take a hit from the Titan. I don't think we can quite do that though. Go Virtue. So Virtue makes the Benalia tokens out of anger range. Yeah, I think we're kind of locked into hitting the Titan right now. So question is if they drew something like if they do draw Blood Moon, we can't get we can't get a plains anyway, so we need double white for this. Yeah, I was gonna say if we got a plains for double white, we would need to get a plains, but we can't get a Godless Shrine. In case they draw Blood Moon, we don't have double white anymore, but I guess we can always disenchant the Blood Moon, so that's not the worst. Okay, so the thing with flashing back souls though is that puts us weak to anger. I guess they just anger, lose their board, and then we cast History of Benalia. It's not the worst, I guess. So our choices basically were to cast Virtue and see if they'll burn anger on just one spirit token. Yeah, and we kind of have to get Godless Shrine here untapped, which is annoying. And then on their upkeep, we will path. Maybe on their draw step. I mean, I guess they'd have a ton of basics anyway, but is there anything they can do at instant speed? Not really. Obviously the draw step is so that they maybe draw their basic land. But this deck has I think this deck has just infinite basic lands, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, so drew another land. This is very good for us. And they're not burning the anger. So this could be huge actually. So now we don't need to commit anything to the board as far as History of Benalia or anything like that. Getting that extra land puts us better on life. And hits them for a ton. And now unless they draw exactly Blood Moon, we can cast History of Benalia as well. And I guess even if they do, we can still make tokens with Sorin. Ooh. Alright, so they can't redirect to Sorin anymore, which is good. We can cast History of Benalia. Unfortunately, we can't do History and Virtue to make it bigger than the Bloodbraid Elf, but that's okay. And I'm going to prioritize keeping Sorin alive. Well, so the question here is, they draw a removal spell, they kill Sorin. If I cash it in for a token, they draw the same removal spell. It's kind of the same either way. So just need to dodge a bolt or something like that. That's fine. I can disenchant that. Yeah, I'll do that. They have a forest on top of their library. Oh, they can play it. They have a tracker on top of their library now. So double Virtue is interesting. They'll have a tracker. They won't have a land, so I think I can start building a board here. Do that. Do that. And then I'm going to disenchant on their draw step to see what they're drawing the next turn. Another tracker? Yeah, they were dead in the air. Anyway. Oh, so it was a Utopia Straw. Okay. So yeah, we would have disenchanted their Courser, and then I guess even without that, they had a tracker with nothing else to do, and I could attack for, well, it wasn't lethal. Would attack for 5 in the air, and then this would have been a 6, 5, 7, 5, which would have been sweet. All with lifelink, so yeah, kind of had it. All right, cool. 4-0. Let's try to go for the clean sweep.